Good morning, YouTube. You're watching Swamp Fox Adventures. I'm Wally. I'm sitting up here with the dogs. I'm about to go downstairs and do some investigating on El Blanco because she's still got a tranny leak and I'm not sure where it's coming from. So I'm gonna go see how much fluid she's lost all night. And thank you to CG Tatted. I've been listening to a lot of Don Omar and El Blanco, and there's one song, it's my favorite song on the CD, but it's a burned CD, and I had no clue what the title of the song was. So CG Tatted commented, now I know what the song's called, and now I've got it on my iTunes. I'm pretty stoked about that. So now I got some Don Omar on the patio. Okay, here's all the oil from where it was sitting. And that's where it's been dripping. So I'm gonna check the transmission fluid. I'm gonna drive it a little bit, bring it up to temp, pull it back in, keep it running, idling, and see how much I've lost. I might just keep limping it along because like we have guests coming in and I want to be able to use El Blanco while our guests are here. So it's a small, slow leak. I'm just gonna keep topping it off with fluid until I can get it back to Hobby N. Okay, keep your fingers crossed, y'all. I'm still fighting these uploads, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them uploaded so I can release them in the morning rather than trying to upload them in the morning. Just from feedback I've gotten, a lot of y'all really like watching them in the morning. So I'm going to try to get a jump on it so when I wake up in the morning, I can just release them. And I'm really tickled with this. Success with the upload and success with the Don Omar. Thunder, you want to come graze? Huh? You hungry? Okay, I am gonna get Thunder out, tie him up, let him do some grazing. I'm gonna eat a taco and then I'm gonna do the last minute stuff around the house as far as like cleaning that I need to get done before ReelBabes and her friends get here. Hi, Thunder. I'm coming to get you out now, bud. Choco. Choco was going to try to run off with the Dork Patrol. Choco. Let's see if you got good recall. Heel. Choco, heel. Come on. Choco, heel. There you go. Good. Come on. Come on. I know you don't want to. Yeah, you want to be a good dog that goes for car rides and stuff, right? You can go hang out with the Dork Patrol. They like you. I'm sure they'll jump you into their little clique. But then you don't get to come inside. Heel. Yep, you can go catch iguanas, but you don't get to go for car rides. You don't get to come inside. Yes. Good girl. Choco this side of the fence. Yay! Good girl. Wiggles is a good boy. And Thunder's enjoying the grass over here, so I tied these two short leads together, and I'm just going to tie him up out here for now. We'll let him munch all this stuff down a little bit, and then we'll move him. I don't know if I have any transmission fluid on hand. I'm checking other cars right now. Oop, I got one more spot to check. And then I might have to run into town to grab some. Okay, I've got a little bit. And since there's gonna be 4 of us here for like 2 weeks, I've got another Walmart order going for perishable stuff. And I'm gonna get online and see if I cannot add transmission fluid to that. And it's taco time again. Hopefully, my menu is going to change considerably now that everyone's getting into town. Choco's being a good girl. Luna's looking for something to bite Choco over. And I'm letting my little burrito taco thing cool down a little bit. Thunder's still grazing right there. He's probably going to stay in that spot for a little while. And I'm about to turn on a little bit more of that Fallout series as I eat my burrito. And I just realized, I don't know what episode it was, but Eric Estrada is in it. And I'm old. I remember Eric Estrada from Chips, Poncherelli. And I've actually met him quite a few times. He is a super cool dude. When I was a kid, all through high school, I worked at this gun club called Oak Tree Gun Club. It was right outside of Los Angeles. And it didn't cater to celebrities, but we had a lot of celebrities that shot up there. Who was it? Schwarzenegger, Spielberg, John Milius from like Apocalypse Now. Leslie, I can't remember her last name. She was the blonde-haired, really busty police sergeant in the Police Academy series. Dub Taylor, who always played the old cook, the chuck wagon cook and stuff in like old cowboy movies and westerns. And of course, Eric Estrada. And he was the coolest. All the other celebrities were... they didn't give a crap, you know what I'm saying? You were just the hired help to them. But Eric Estrada was cool. And not all people tipped. Eric Estrada always tipped. And he tipped really well, too. And the way he would tip always made me nervous. You'd get done, he'd get done shooting, and he'd come up and he'd go, hey, let me give you a tip. And go, okay, and he'd reach into his pocket and he'd pull out this big money clip. And he'd pull the money clip off it and he'd start fanning out bills. And then he'd hold it out towards you, all fanned out. And he'd go, hey, take a couple. And, it was like, oh my goodness, I'd always put you on a really weird position. So I'd always take the smallest bills I could find. And then he'd always give you like a 20 on top of it, which, back in the late 80s, early 90s, I mean, 20 bucks was a good chunk of change for a young man like myself. And, he would also usually buy me lunch, which I thought was just so cool. He'd get done shooting for the day, and he'd say, hey, have you had your lunch break yet? And if you didn't, he'd go, well, see if you can get it now. And we'd go into the clubhouse, and he would buy me lunch. It was super cool guy, but I hadn't seen him in any shows, movies, anything for a while. And he just popped up the other night, and I was like, yo! I just thought it was pretty cool. So I figured I'd share that. And another thing about Mr. Estrada, if y'all don't know, he's Puerto Rican, man. He totally is. Okay, burrito time and editing time. Thunder looks like he's doing pretty good where he is, but I'm gonna move him to some shade anyways. It's hot, I'm gonna get him some water. Is that good stuff? Where have you been, Kaza? Okay, Thunder's got shade. I'm about to grab him some water. And he's got fresh grass. I haven't made a tremendous amount of progress since my tacos, but ReelBabes did send me some video and she's making some good progress.
What up, YouTube? We're over here in heading from Bono, South Carolina to the airport. My friend Carla here is giving me a ride, and I'm on my way to meet Tiffany and Caitlin. So Tiffany forgot her ID. Fortunately, I had not left Bono yet. They got there really early, scared they were going to miss their flight, and I was able to meet with her boyfriend and get her ID for her. So we are well on our way. Looking forward to getting back to the island. Okay, YouTube, we have made it past security. This is Tiffany, and this is Caitlin, and we are heading to the island. Pretty exciting. Yay!
I just started up El Blanco, bring the engine up to temp so I can go ahead and check the tranny fluid. Nobody's going anywhere, Kaza. And I'm gonna have some more coffee. I'm out here editing. Oh, let me zoom in. Where'd it go? And there is a big crash and a big, it looked like a female iguana. There she is. Fell out of the tree and started climbing back up. You can see the stripes on her tail, and she's pressed up against the trunk of the tree on the left. And actually, after closer inspection, that is a male. A pretty healthy male, too. Not real old, not super big, but definitely real healthy. Full tail too. Okay, let's go see what the temp's doing on El Blanco. It's hot enough, so we're gonna go ahead and check the fluid. Well, the puddle didn't get any bigger. Looking pretty dry, which is probably why the puddle didn't get any bigger. Actually, the level looks really pretty good. Now, let's make sure it's not the engine oil. So I've turned it off, and now we're gonna let it sit. So all the oil that's been circulating throughout the oil with the oil pump going through everything is gonna settle down to the bottom of the oil pan, so we can check that and get an accurate read. I know, I forgot to get you water. Let me do that now. Well, to you too, bud. Okay, and I'm gonna go get started on Thunder's beet pulp as that fills up. I'm anxious to see how much that expands. I've been kind of playing around with the feed to water ratio. You don't want any water? Well, it's there for you. Okay, now I'm gonna go fertilize and insecticide the plantains and bananas. Okay, I'm gonna treat this whole line. Okay, I got fertilizer on everything, and I got the insecticide on everything, and now I'm just wetting it down. Okay, we're done with the water. Okay, now it's time to go check the oil on El Blanco. I might have to get another rag. I thought I had one. I do have one. Cool. Okay, I don't know where the oil's coming from, because the transmission level's good and so is the engine oil. They're both solid, so who knows? Okay, I'm gonna wash the poison off my hand, and I am gonna take a quick break. Okay, y'all, the girls are on their way, but I'm not sure they're gonna make it tonight. ReelBabes just sent me some videos, and I'll show you what she's got going on.
All right, YouTube, I am feeling like we're probably not going to make our connecting flight in Charlotte. We have 20 minutes from the time we're supposed to arrive in Charlotte to get 10 gates down, and departure time. There's 20 minutes between departure time and landing time. That, I don't see it happening, but we'll see. You never know. So I think it's their first time flying. That could be wrong. But we're getting there. Our first flight was delayed, which means that we might not make our second flight.
Oh, I am anxiously awaiting a phone call or text, something from ReelBabes with some good news saying they made the flight, but I haven't heard anything yet, and it's getting right pretty close to that time. Get the second generation White Montero, which don't really have a name for yet, cleaned up, and make sure all the fluids are good, because I'm going to take that to the airport. Oh my goodness, look at all the skeeters in here because of the still air. I could use a little bit. Okay, it actually took a full quart. Okay, make sure the oil cap's on. Okay, we're good to go, y'all. And I am gonna bring a speaker. And that's where it's gonna ride on the way to the airport. And then I'll have to move it so everyone can sit. The girls landed in Charlotte. They are getting off the plane and flying. They're at C5, and the terminal it takes off out of is C15. So at least they're in the same terminal, and they've only got to move like 10, but they've got like 4 minutes to get there.
We're definitely not the only ones, I think, that are going to be missing our connecting flights. I don't know what protocol is for that, but I can hear everybody chattering about their connected flights and close calls. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we were running and we neglected to record.
There was no time.
We missed our flight. And they just barely.
And collapsed the lung. Yeah.
Yeah, collapsed like 6 lungs here. So we're going to try and get rerouted. I don't think we have any available flights until tomorrow. Would one of you message Wally and let him know that we missed our flight?
Got it.
Thank you.
Okay, I got most of the laundry done. I got the bed made, but I'm missing a pillowcase. I have no clue where it went. And my phone's been dinging away, so I think we're about to find out whether or not they made their flight. Oh, Choco. They missed their flight. Oh!
I'm sitting here pretty bummed out because the girls lost their flight, and there is an Iggy roosting. So we will probably shoot him tomorrow.
Alright folks, we are now rebooking our flights. It looks like we'll be going to Miami tonight and staying the night there. I told the ladies maybe we could take a trip down to Versailles, have a little cultural experience, some Cuban food. Our buddy Kelvin over here is making it happen.
Okay, the girls weren't able to make their flight. So, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have to figure out something to do for dinner tonight and something to do with myself.
Alright, so our next flight is actually, we're not gonna be waiting very long, so we're gonna haul to our next gate and get there as quickly as we possibly can. Make sure we don't miss another flight.
Okay, it's leftover pizza time for the doggies. Who wants a treat? Come here, heel. Oh, Luna wants a treat. Choco wants a treat. Kaza wants a treat. Where's Mr. Wiggles? Hey, Wiggles. Mr. Wiggles, I see you over there eating horse poop. Heel, or you don't get a treat. Come on, heel. Okay, we got 4 doggies, 4 pieces of pizza. Wiggles, that's a big chewy one. Luna, you get the soft, easier to chew stuff. Kaza, you get enough protein. So, Choco, you get the one with most of the protein, and you get that. Okay, time to investigate human food situations. Okay, we are going to do pasta. And like processed crummy pasta. There's canned chicken. And I've got a pre-made Alfredo. I've never really had luck with the pre-made stuff, but we're gonna give that a shot. I've got a bunch of celery that's on its last legs. I've got some lettuce that's wilted. I can salvage a little bit. And I really want a salad. So I'm gonna shower, and I don't want to deal with the grocery store on a Saturday night, but I might. I do want a salad. And I actually got some real chicken that I forgot about. Not bad. I can season it up with some garlic, maybe some Parmesan cheese, and I'll make do. I just realized that not only do I have stuff for a salad, but I'm missing ingredients for the other fixins when it comes to pasta. No bread. I need garlic bread. Hi. Yeah, all of a sudden Mr. Wiggles got real anxious to go inside. That's because there's thunder. And he's scared. Oh my goodness. Hi. I also have the spare bedroom door open. So I think Mr. Wiggles is probably going to sneak in there and get underneath the bed. Okay, dude, I'm coming in to shower in a minute. I'm going to see if you're scared and hid under the bed. I'm actually going to go ahead and put Thunder back out into the orchard because I don't want to do it in the rain, and it looks like we're going to get hit pretty hard, but it's not going to last long. That's a huge thing of beet bulb. You're sticking around, Choco. Hi, little buddy. Choco, don't get any good ideas. Go on, you're a good boy. Out. Get out. Out. Little buddy, get out. There, if you and Wiggles got along, you could come in all you want. But you're kind of a jerk to him, dude. Thunder, you hungry? Okay, sounds like you are. You ready to go get some nums? It's just beet pulp. Yeah, let's go get some. Let's see you be a good horse. He's gonna get really upset that there's no sweet feed. And when Thunder gets upset, he throws tantrums. Like he'll pick up his food dish and throw it around and all kinds of stuff. He's gonna go ahead and eat it anyways. He's not happy about it. I gave you a lot, dude. That's like 2 to 3 times what I usually give you. Little buddy snuck in. I just put him back out. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. You just can't stay in here. I'm sorry, bud. I'll feed you some tonight. You were a good girl. I'm not 100% sure we're gonna get this rain or not. I hope we do, because I just put the fertilizer and the poison out and I moistened it enough just to hold it in place. But we do want some rain to get all that stuff to trickle down in. It's water soluble, the poison and the fertilizer.
So we're broken up into a couple of different parties here. Onto a couple of different planes. And then we're gonna have our layover tonight in Miami. We're gonna be staying at the Holiday Inn Express just because that's easy and I like Holiday Inn Express. They're usually like clean and not crazy expensive and well located. This one's gonna be in Doral. Doral? I can't remember. Anyway, we're off again.
I haven't 100% figured out what I'm gonna do for dinner, so I'm just munching on some mango, thinking about it.
All right, so we're on a really large plane. I mean, I don't know, I didn't expect it to be this big. When I looked on my map, it showed me sitting in a middle seat, but not like middle row. We're on an entire middle row right here. This plane's big enough to have like business class as well as first class. And these goofballs, I think you're having a good time.
The girls aren't gonna make it in until, I think they're gonna be in San Juan about 11 in the morning tomorrow. They're gonna be in Miami tonight. That's where they're flying to right now. And they actually get to go to Versailles. I'm super, super jealous. French name, but it's a Cuban restaurant, and it's one of my favorite Cuban restaurants. I like all their food there, but they've got yuca fritas that they're my favorite because they're like the natural, like wedge cut ones, boiled and then fried, and they serve it with like this green, almost like a Juanica type sauce, and it's really, really, really good. Only restaurant I've ever seen that sauce at, and we still haven't gotten any rain. I'll check satellite in a minute, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get any rain. This is my favorite time of the day though, right when it starts cooling down. All the animals come out, everyone's chill. I love this time of day. Do you want to come out now that you can no longer hear the thunderstorm rumbling and grumbling? And we haven't had anyone in the orchard since that one night. So, don't know. Keep your fingers crossed it doesn't happen again. Okay, I've got some pasta boiling and steamy lens. My dinner's not going to be too terribly exciting. And I've still got some of that corn and like ramen veggies in the small pot. And I'm just gonna leave it in there. I'm gonna dump the chicken and that Alfredo sauce. I figure it'll give it like a little extra veggie garden kick. Okay, the pasta's still going. I've got those ramen veggies and some of the pre-made Alfredo sauce in the little pot. Okay, I threw some dried like bulk Italian seasoning in it and a bunch of dried powdered or granulated garlic. And I covered it, I got it on a low heat. Gonna warm that up, not really cooking it, just warming it up, and going to see how the flavor tastes. Because since I'm using dry stuff, it's gonna take a while to get that flavor totally bled out. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drain the pasta. Make sure it's good and drained, all the water's out without losing pasta. And I'm gonna throw some butter in here, mix it up real quick. And you can use olive oil. I'm using butter only because I'm doing an Alfredo, like a cream-based sauce. So I always use butter when I do that. Got some leftover shredded Parmesan I'm gonna throw in there. Get the cheese all mixed up and melted. I'm just gonna turn that off. Give it a good stir, make sure nothing sticks. And I'm gonna cover it.
Alright guys, so we just landed in Miami. And I made a reservation for a room tonight already. And we'll see what our food options are coming up here soon.
I just got word from ReelBabes. They have landed in Miami.
Alright, so what were you just saying about your back?
My back hurts. I didn't know the seats lean back. There was a footrest underneath. Didn't know that was a thing, so my back's hurting. Laura was living the life of luxury while we over there suffering. Sitting straight over here. I had to put my bag like this under my chin.
Oh no!
Like peasants. Yeah.
Yeah, they realized after the flight was over and the flight attendant came over and reminded me to put my chair up that the chairs actually sat back. So for that entire flight, the two of these guys were sitting with their chairs completely straight up.
They're holding our backpacks like this, trying to
Oh.
I've actually got little croissant things and some pita bread for my garlic bread. Okay, I am gonna feed the dogs and then I am going to feed myself. Hi. Oh, it's just dog food tonight, y'all. Sorry. Oh my God, Chuck. Animal. Thunder, I can hear you. I know, you want sweet feed. There you go. Good doggies. Dog goes up. Doggies are fed. I need to feed myself. I need to feed little buddy, neighbor dog. But I think they have an iguana somewhere because I'm not seeing them and it's dinner time. Thunder wants sweet feed, but I don't think you're gonna get any, bud.
Alright, so I called the shuttle for Holiday Inn Express. They said they're coming to pick us up here at door 1. That's pretty exciting. We don't have to call an Uber or anything like that. I think the first shuttle out in the morning we're going to have to be on because our plane leaves at 8:30. And if we're going to have to be there 2 hours early, well, yeah, it looks like 6 a.m. It's going to be it for us. Which also means that Saturday night in Miami is probably not going to be that exciting unless you guys want to play through. I mean, just kidding. I said it unless you guys want to play through, like don't sleep. Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't want to play through either. I want a nap.
I'm grumpy in the morning, so
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, it's going to be an early morning. We'll probably have an easygoing night. Maybe next time.
Okay, there is my dinner. And check this out, y'all. Can you hear that? It just shut up. That's a cicada. And this one is in the house. Don't know how it got in here. Don't know where it is, but it's loud. And I will add a video to this. I know the girls are gonna go to Versailles and I told ReelBabes to take a video. So I'll show you their dinner compared to my dinner. Okay, y'all, couple things. Hey, my beard is shorter. I hacked a bunch of the damaged stuff off. I probably shouldn't have done that on my own, but I did. And well, Luna's not too excited. Oh, I think it's crab folks. Neighbor dog's back. Wiggles is at the gate. Yeah, it's crab people. Okay, y'all, the girls didn't make it in last night and they didn't make it to Versailles either. They had a real early flight. They're at the airport now at their gate. So they just did some Cuban food, Uber Eats. So I am gonna get this video out to y'all and I'm gonna start another one. Love y'all, see you in a couple minutes.